resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet.
Damn, you're not speaking English. I don't understand what you saying, but I'm TNK, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Girl, you know what I'm packing. Let's make a movie. Lights, camera, action. I'ma start shooting. Yeah.
Cloud.
Yeah. Hey. You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my melody. You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my. I don't even know what this girl saying now, but she had to get a quick fix, good dick, sick shit, ass so fat, call the shit thick. Girl, you ain't know I like you, wanna wife you. Shit so cool, color ice cube, be the sugar honey with the ice too. Don't forget T, man, don't forget T and K. Watch from a distance, all you do is slay. Tryna get paid, baby, tryna get paid. I don't wanna fall, but I already did. Exchange your heart with the kid. Damn, I got hurt again. Why always trip, man? Why always trip? You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my melody. You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my. Only got 4 minutes, Lord, tell me what to say, so I get the digits. Tell me all the right words, so I get it. Can't be scared, T, can't be scared. You don't wanna bust plan A, then gotta get a plan B. Whole new language, watch yourself. I'm a little dangerous, Melanie got me going crazy. Love your fragrance, gotta listen virtues. Girl, you my patient, gotta have patience. I take time with your lips, yeah, I gotta pace it. Time with the hips, take time with them hips, girl. 3-course meals, so I dine in them hips, girl. I dive in them hips. You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my melody. You sounding like a melody, I don't understand what you're telling me. Whole different language, whole different melody. Foot to the gas, roasting, I'm pedaling. I'm still meddling, gone for too long, had to start settling. I've been chilling with Melanie, girl, you my. Take 5, yeah, the new kid.
But what the hell, bro?
Hey man, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Let's go. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I got good news, man. I got some good ass news. We recently, like today, fixed the Wi-Fi, Ninja. We fixed the Wi-Fi. Y'all don't understand how happy this makes me. Bro, this makes me so happy. In the meantime, between time, even though I'm happy, I got stuff I have to do. I got to put the poll in the chat. I got to figure out how to bring the Facebook chat on here, but we on Rumble. we on YouTube, we on Twitch, and now we on Facebook, my ninja. Streaming. Y'all hit that like button on all platforms. We streaming, bro. Hit that like button on all platforms. In the meantime, before we start this show, I'm gonna give y'all something to watch real quick. I gotta set up the vote, the poll in the chat for YouTube, and the poll is going to be, and you guys can answer this question on the other platforms as well. Is Diddy guilty? And I mean, it's a simple question. Everybody has their own difference of opinion, and the beauty of being on a Blac Pill podcast is we can all disagree to agree. I personally don't care what none of you ninjas have to say. I'm gonna just put it out here. I'm gonna just stamp that. At the same time, I understand that we live in a world where supposedly freedom of speech is free. I said in the song, freedom of speech can't be free. But besides the point, we want to hear your thoughts. Comment your thoughts. Start the Discord. Let me play this video for you guys real quick. Let me see. What video should I play? Here we go.
Damn, what the fuck in your head?
You know, what the... Hey. Bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh! You know what I had, right?
He up.
You know what I
haven't even took your order yet.
I
You
just
haven't
told you
even
my
took
order.
your order yet.
I said big double burger, 2 corn dogs, a tray of cheese bites, and a sweet tea.
Oh,
What the-
he about to fucking fall. Why you got your book bag on?
Why do you? Wait, why do you got your book bag on while you taking my order? I ain't even tripping, bro. Big double burger, 2 corn dogs, cheddar cheese bites, and a sweet tea. Bro, what?
Hey, listen, I haven't took your order yet.
I'm telling you, dude.
Hold on.
No, it's not. Hold on.
All right. Also, I wanted to say shout out to my Spectrum. What's his name? Shout out to my person that came out here, the representative that came out here. His name is Marcus. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to his family too. Shout out to his kids. He told me he got 2 sons. Shout out to his wife. We appreciate you, bro. You helping push the message, bro. And what's the message? What's the message? Let me pull myself up in here. Hey, now I'm here to tell you, we're working on the lighting. I might look a little bit yellow, okay? I'm gonna just put that out there. But let me see. What up, y'all? I know I'm yellow today. I'm yellow. Next thing I gotta deal with is the lighting. So, you feel me? The reason why I'm yellow, I got these lights, right? I got my lights, but the reason why I'm yellow is because I have a light here. I have a white light and I have a red light, believe it or not. So my red light mixing with that white yellow light creates this yellow hue that you're seeing right now. And I don't like it, but I mean, it is what it is. If I look tired, I'm tired because last night I was up till 2 hustling. Shout out to the hustlers. You know what it is. We gotta make this money. So I was up till 2 last night and I woke up at 7, and I'm probably finna do the same thing tonight because I'm in that phase. And like I always tell the men, gentlemen, this is a marathon, not a sprint, ninja. Oh, with that being said, what was I gonna say? Oh, the message. What's the message? I mean, the message is simple on the Blac Pill. Let me break it down. You know, the message is smoke, mirrors, truth. Take the Blac Pill and see for yourself. Yes, sir. I made that up. But nah, in all seriousness, you know, we see a bunch of things. We're bombarded by a number of messages every day. So the idea is to find some discourse and find some understanding through it all. And it's not easy. I'm not saying I have the way. I'm saying I could lead the right way. Let me give game. I said that in the rap. I said I could lead the right way. Just let me give game. So, you know, I'll be trying to give game, and shout out to everybody new that find their way to my page. We hit the applause a lot because applause supposedly give you positive energy. So if you clap, it creates a sense of positive energy. Anyways, besides the point, man. Hey, man, I could talk all day. I was telling Marcus that. Shout out to our Spectrum representative that came through to help us with the show. I was telling him, bro, I could talk all day. This shit is fun. I ain't hurting nobody. I ain't doing nothing flawed out here in these streets. Shout out to Florida. Y'all know what it is. Born and raised in the county of Dade. We used to say, I don't know, and I'm breaking out like a motherfucker, but I don't know if they still say this out here in Miami. We used to say that's flawed. Like, that's flawed, bro. That meant like that's wrong. Yeah. All right, man, let's get into today's show. So we have shocking testimony. Like I said earlier, if you've seen the morning show, if you didn't, my bad. I accidentally privated it, but I figured out how to make it public. So shout out to everybody that's here, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Y'all know what it is. Facebook, I can't see your messages. So if you turn up, I can't see it. Shout out to my old homie. Shout out to my new homie. Shout out to everybody that's messing with me since today. If they start to come in, if they start to go in on me, they start, coming on my head, big pause, because we talking about Diddy.
But what the hell?
Defend me in the comments, bro. Defend me in the comments. But yeah, today's episode, I told you guys earlier that we're gonna give you an update, continuing on with the whole Diddy case and the Diddy trial. So Dawn Richards, never knew who she was. I'm seeing her now. Shout out to her. She's a Haitian lady. Ooh, shout out to the Haitian women. Y'all know what it is. But Dawn Richards testifies Usher and others were present when Diddy allegedly punched Cassie in the stomach. Ninja. And gentlemen, like I always tell you, we got a good show for you guys. Gentlemen, I'm going to keep harping on this. Bruh, my philosophy, I have my own philosophy. I actually studied philosophy in college. That was a waste of 4 years, but it is what it is. We still pushing and persevering. I think deeply, I think a little bit deeper than the average ninja out here in these streets. And I'm here to tell you, gentlemen, and this is for a man, woman, anybody, right? Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls, the LGBTQIA+. If somebody can bring you to a point where you want to put hands on them, me personally, well, shout out to my stepmom. My stepmom used to say, if somebody has the power to move you with their words, then you're weak-minded. That's what she used to tell me when I used to be a hothead. And I'm older now, so I learned some restraint. I exercise restraint. But my main thing is this: as a man, woman, whoever you are, somebody brings you to the point where you want to put hands on them, they have power over you, right? And my advice is to leave those people alone. I don't want to be around nobody that makes me feel like I want to put hands on them. And the reason why, and we're going to get into that during the show, is I don't want to sit in the pen because of somebody else. And the reason why is because they're going to turn around and tell me that it's my fault. So like I said, if you're around people that make you want to do bad stuff to them, harm them, get negative thoughts, my advice for you is to plan your escape and leave them people alone. Let's get to today's show. And I guess that's the main message. All right, so first things first, this show's about to be explicit. What up, Facebook? Y'all don't report me. Y'all know what it is. We all got the same internet. Shout out to everybody that know me and you see them on my page, whatever. But we have prosecutors revealing photos of the freak off sex workers. Ninja. It's gonna be interesting. And we also have some explicit photos of things that Diddy did to Cassie. And like I said, and I always continue to say this, we see all victims here on the Blac Pill. One time for the victims. I've been a victim myself. Not necessarily, whoa. Not necessarily of like sexual stuff, but I've been set up. I done tried to play the street life. I've been set up, robbed multiple times. I done been jumped before, all kind of shit. So, I speak from a certain perspective of being a victim, right? And we see all the victims and, salute to the victims. And I say this before, I've said this before, and I'm gonna continue to say this. Y'all can empathize, we'll all empathize, but don't come here, spitting that, I can't, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Let me just say that. I'm gonna just say it. Okay. I'm gonna say it. Because I need y'all to know. So when y'all come on here with y'all trauma, don't trauma dump on me. I'm not a therapist. If you want a consultation, you can book a consultation, but I'm not a therapist. So I can listen and I can empathize, but I'm doing the show. I can't really do much about it. And I'm saying that with the utmost respect. If you got something you got to say, y'all got to go do the same thing like me and invest in your stuff and turn around and create your own show. You dig? Let's continue. So prosecutors reveal photos of freak offs, the freak off workers during the case. Here we go. So this the type of ninjas. Sorry, I be laughing to myself in my head.
But what the hell, bro?
All right, so this the type of ninjas that Diddy, shout out to Diddley. And another thing too, we say nicknames on here. Somebody got mad earlier and I had to tell them, hey, and it's all good. Shout out to my brother. But we say nicknames on here because I don't want to be held liable, and also this is for entertainment purposes and commentary only, my ninja, and it says so in the description. Don't judge me. Y'all gonna judge me because I'm doing a social media game, but don't try and sue me because I ain't got a ninja and I'm not trying to pay restitution to the government, okay? So when y'all hear these jokes, chill. All right, so first things first. Yeah, man, I was saying to myself, man, these are the type of ninjas that they like, bro. That's the type of ninjas they like. So I guess they probably pulled up on Sorry, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. That's the type of dudes they like. So we got this gentleman right here. They like bald. First off, they like ninjas. Shout out to this white boy right here. They like ninjas. They like ninjas. They got a thing for ninjas and they got a thing for dark skinned men. I mean, I don't know. And I've said this before. I've said, I've been offered to go to sex parties by women, of course, not ninjas, because ninjas know not to play with me. Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. But yeah, I've been offered by women that I've met in my past life back when I was trying to be thugging. And yeah, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know if that's going to change in the future. I would assume that it would not. Whoa. My bad. Slip of the tongue, people. Slip of the tongue. But the reality of the situation is, my bad, I'm hearing too many sounds. The reality of the situation is, this not just Diddy that's doing this stuff, people. This goes on. Like, voyeurism is a thing. Secondly, swinging is a thing. Like, it's actually a normalized thing. You just don't know about it because you're not participating in it. And another thing too, we see all this stuff and people are shocked by these allegations. I'm not really shocked because I done stayed in the hood. I'm talking about bars and the windows, my ninja. So I done seen some stuff out here in these streets, and I've been around real deal pimps. So I done seen some stuff. I done seen some stuff. I done learned some stuff. I done seen some stuff. Now, I'm not saying I done did some stuff. I'm not that strong. I'm aware that if I do something, I'm going to end up in prison. So I'm very mindful of, hey, nah, I'm good. I'd rather play a square. I'm a certified square. What up, everybody? It is what it is. I don't give a shit. I'd rather play the square. And I'll tell all you gentlemen, my advice to you is to play the square as well, because you can't beat the court system. The court system is rigged against you. Now, ask anybody, what do they think? The court system's rigged against you as a man, because as a man, you're capable of destruction. And it is the reality of the situation. What do I call it? A double-edged sword, a blessing and a curse, if you will. So because of that, my advice to you is to stay away from the court, because especially if you look like me, shout out to my brothers everywhere, all you ninjas. What up, ninja? Shout out to the ninjas. But look, I'm saying, if you look like me, even if you don't look like me, the odds are stacked against you. They're not on your side. They're not on your side, because at the end of the day, the court's main goal when it comes to domestic court, civil court, criminal court, is to extract resources from you. That's a bar. It's Motivational Mondays today. They are trying to extract resources from you. They don't want you to win. When you pay that lawyer fee, they don't want you to win. They want to drag this out as long as possible and bleed you dry. Shout out to all the lawyers that find their way to my page. Shout out to the lawyers who are starting y'all lawyers. I'm sure you know, let them know. First off, you're officers of the court, right? You're officers of the court. Secondly, lawyers will bleed you because they got to make their money too. They will bleed you and not think twice about it because they got their own family to feed. So keep that in mind, people. And I'm talking to you, gentlemen. What up, ladies? Shout out to the women.
Hello.
Shout out to the women. All right, man. So let's get to an Adam experience. Let's see what's popping off. We have a Beyond Scared Straight segment. I call it, I guess, Beyond Scared Straight with Black Adam, right? I don't know.
But what the hell, boy?
But gentlemen, shout out to all the scammers, drug dealers, gangbangers, MS-13, Bloods, Crips, all of y'all. I salute y'all because you guys are strong, right? So, I always do this thing on my stream where I tell y'all, this is why I play square. So, for example, I'm going to give you guys examples to reinforce my message. So, we got this man giving his mom one last call because the ops got him. Here we go. Hold up. Here we go.
They about to kill me. The bounty hunters.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't matter, bro. They about to kill me.
Stop saying that. Let me speak to one of them.
They don't want to talk to you. They about to end that ninja. That ninja's donezo. He's donezo. So look, do y'all still want to be in the streets? Here we go. And he crying. And they recording. Look, they laughing too. They don't feel bad for him. Here we go.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
They about to kill me.
I have to smile because damn.
The bounty hunters.
Ninja thought he was tough. Ninja thought he was tough with that long hair, bro. You thought you was tough. Yeah, they got your ass. Now let's continue. We got another one. And we got Megan Thee Stallion actually responding to the whole Tory allegation. We'll discuss that in a little bit. But Hold on, we got another one I have to show you guys. So I showed this video before, and these are sometimes regurgitated footage. I have to show this footage because I want you guys to understand, hey man, it's not worth it. Me personally, I'm trying to live a long life. That's why I keep the distance from everybody, because I know ninjas is Looney Tunes out here in these streets. These ninjas have Looney Tune behavior. I'm putting that on a shirt. But we have this gentleman right here rapping for his life. Here we go.
You know what we learned today in class?
Yeah.
If you on rap, boy, we gonna beat your ass.
Huh?
If you on rap, boy, we gonna beat your ass.
Okay.
If you on rap, boy, we gonna beat your ass. Did we learn what we did today in class?
Yeah.
Willie don't rap, we gonna beat his ass.
Oh.
Willie don't rap, we gonna beat his ass.
Now shout out to Willie. Shout out to Willie. We don't know what Willie did, so I'm not gonna take up for Willie. You know, it's every ninja out here for themselves in these streets. But my brother right here, this ninja right here, and he's a ninja because look, you could be black, you could not be black, you can still be a ninja. You could not be black and still be a ninja. You heard that here first on the Blac Pill podcast, okay? At this point, based off of the terminology of ninja, because all these people use ninja behind closed doors. I'm here giving game, people. They all say it behind closed doors. I'm talking about white people, Latino people, and they'll sit there and defend it, and they're on this hill that they'll die on, and it's okay. You feel me? It's okay. I just don't want to be a part of that. So I'm not going to be around you ninjas. But like I said, this ninja right here, they equate ninja to low class behavior. Somehow, some way, he engaged in some form of low class behavior that landed him in jail. Or prison. There's a difference between jail and prison. Jail is not prison, for those of you who don't know. The pen is not jail. Jail is a completely different thing. This ninja is not going to be able to survive. Now listen, watch him rap for his life. Here we go.
We're gonna leave William Banks in the past.
Yeah.
If I'm left in the past, then I'm gonna end up last. But I'm trying to be first, cause God's first.
Do y'all want to go through that? Do y'all still want to be thugging out here in these streets? Shout out to the young men. I'm talking to you guys. Do you want to be thugging out here in these streets? Do you want to be around a bunch of men that want to off you because you don't know how to rap, ninja? Are you hearing me? They want to put you in the dirt because you don't know how to rap. This ninja don't look like he know how to rap. You could tell he can't rap, and he has to rap for his life. Here we go. And they put the laughing emoji at the end. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, what I'm trying to make y'all realize is you're not that tough. You're not that tough. I've been around real deal tough people. You're not that tough. You might live in this thing called the male ego where you think you're that tough. I'm here to tell you, you're not that tough. There's always somebody bigger and badder than you. I've experienced it in real time. Here we go.
And I wanna be like the man upstairs, but my cell blocks on the bottom floor, on the bottom floor. Come and get the door. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things to look forward to. Like
that boy said, I don't want to be with the man upstairs. I'm trying to go home. I got a lot to look forward to. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. All right, man, not to get so dark. Not to get so dark. On a lighter note, people, on a lighter note, let's go to a happier place before we bring it back full circle. Shout out to Miami, man. I'll be missing the city. We got this person right here. We got this person right here, somehow, some way, parking their Jeep on top of another car. I don't know how, but they did it. Here we go.
It's not even Memorial Day weekend yet, guys.
Shout out to Only and Dade.
Take it easy, take it slow.
Yeah. This is real, people. The Twilight Zone. Hey, man, you are now tuned in to Black Entertainment and Television. This is the Twilight Zone. We're living in the Twilight Zone, people. That's why I say nothing excites me or surprises me anymore, because this is what we deal with on a daily. Here we go. I seen a car burning the other day, actually. Yeah. This is real deal. And they got out, and the crazy thing is, right, they got out the car. Do you guys understand me? They got out the car and looked at it and seen that, you know, it was off, and they still chose to go about their business and go about their day. Let's continue.
The heck? Yo. Yeah, they were going crazy over there.
Yep. Believe that.
Wow.
Yeah. Believe that. Hey, man, shout out to Miami, man. I miss the city, man. Shout out to the city, man. I gotta go visit, but I'm trying to do it big out here in these streets. What up, Texas? Everything bigger out here. What up, Texas? For those of you who don't know, I used to be a trucker. I've had a lot of jobs. I've had a multitude of jobs. So I've been in different places. So I gotta shout out some places. What up, Cali? Where else? What up, New York? Where else? I've been to like almost 50 states. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the world. Let's continue. Back to the whole situation, or before we get back to the situation, because that's actually the main event of the show. Y'all do me a favor and hit that like button, answer that poll in the chat. Like I said, we got Megan Thee Stallion going off about people still doubting she was shot by Tory Lanez. Now look, let me preface what I just said. First off, this is for entertainment purposes only. And let me also preface this by saying, I don't know whether or not she actually put this out. If she did, you heard it here first on the Blac Pill podcast. Yeah, you heard it here first here. Let's go. All right, so shout out to the Texas Talk TV. I can't see it, but I'm gonna make it bigger so I can read it to you all. Megan put, let me see, can I make it bigger? Nope. I'm scared. I don't want to mess up the show. Megan put, if I look like I'm reading, my ninja. And if I don't read right, hey man, I'm older now. I can't read properly. Reading with Black Adam. Here we go. At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute, what? Excuse me?
But what the hell, boy?
I guess 1 minute y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Okay, I'm sick of this ish. Leave me the F alone. He ain't dare get on stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows he did that ish. I don't give a F about a blog or a, excuse me, or a bot. Why the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this mother effer about shooting me? All right, chill. Chill, mama. Chill, baby. You going ham. How y'all mad at the person that got shot? Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence. Y'all been saying the same ish for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You are a effing demon. I'm off this silly internet ish. Goodbye. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Now, you know, because I shouted her out, ninjas probably want to know whose side am I on. Well, as far as I know, shout out to Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. She's a congresswoman. When I was younger, I used to tell people I wanted to be a congressman. Besides the point. But shout out to Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. She's demanding that Governor Newsom, who's the governor of California, pardons Tory Lanez. Let me see if I can pull that up and show you what she actually said. I might not be able to because I can't read it, but it's on Twitter if you guys want to go look at it. But also, I believe we have another video I can show you guys. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. You know, she got people out here in these streets, so I'm a little bit frightened to speak about her. I'm a little bit skeptical. I'm talking about I met people that know her. Here we go. Oh shoot. Here we go. Hold on. We got this video right here.
I was shot in both of my feet. Yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. Fucking would have mattered from was you. You should have said, I didn't do it. Kelsey did it. If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it? Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say, I did not do it? I know who shot me. I said, why would I lie? Any reason to be lying on another grown-ass black man when all the shit fucked up going on in the world right now? If you really want to tell the motherfucking truth, I've tried to save this nigga. Even though he shot me, I tried to spare him.
That bitch. But what the hell, boy?
I don't know, bro. People's stories switch up every day. Here we go.
Y'all motherfuckers is not sparing me. That's crazy. That's fucked up.
That's not the video I actually wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys one more video. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it though. Let me see. But yeah, man, I mean, it took, look, gentlemen, like I said, man, you see something, say something, that's why I'm a square. It took Tory Lanez getting poked up 14 times. This ninja got poked up 14 times before people start saying, hey, maybe we need to free him. He had to get stabbed 14 times. Both his lungs got collapsed, my ninja. Both, ninja. So if that's the game you want to play, hey, bro, you stronger than me, bro. I'm not that strong. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't find the video, guys. I wanted to show you the video, but it's all good. We're going to keep pushing and persevering for success. Let me see. So yeah, y'all tell us what y'all think about that in the comments. Continuing on, we got another Chicago YN crying after, hold on, let me see. Okay, so we have a Chicago YN crying after getting caught with a glizzy. He said, I'll tell you about the offing of somebody. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Is it man, no way to go. So I just said, so I go check on it. Oh my God. Is it door unlocked or you got keys? Somebody going out?
My bad, I muted myself. Yeah, so the question remains, do you want to still be playing hard out here in these streets? Shout out to the women. Women. Shout out to the women. Women. I need your help. Ladies, pull up to the front of the club. Please form a circle. Ladies, can you let these ninjas know, and I've said this before, I'm going to continue to say this. Can you let these ninjas know that if they end up in prison, you're not going to hold them down? Can you tell them? Can you tell them? Can you just tell them, bro? Because they think by doing this and acting like this, they're going to find a girl to hold them down. The psyche of people is just fascinating to me, but they believe that. Can you let them know that you're not going to hold them down? Let's continue. Can you let them know also, if you see them crying like this, you're not going to let them hold them down? I mean, you're not going to hold them down. Please and thank you.
I'm just in the unit over there, all right? Okay? All right, sit tight. Sit tight.
Yeah.
All right, give me your number. I'm going to call. What's that number?
Yeah, and he's done so because they put that footage out. They gonna off this ninja, and that's why I'm saying where the street game is a lose-lose situation, people. Lose-lose. Don't play. Let's continue. Shout out to the women. I gotta talk to the women too, man. You know, I can't only talk to you because sometimes the women get a little affected. So women, I've said this before and I'm gonna say this again. Women, play square. Do you wanna be somebody's female dog in prison? Huh? I said it. Do you? This is what you're going to go through if you go to prison. Shout out to the pretty women and the feminine ladies that like to get their nails done, put on a smelly good lotion and a perfume and dress up and go look nice and go out while guys like to look at them. This is what you're going to go through if you go to prison. We have a Rikers Island prison guard revealing what a girl's prison cell smells like. Uh-oh. I ain't say it. I ain't say it. Here we go. Don't be mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Don't get mad at the messenger. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm not a player. But this is a game. Here we go.
I walked in that jail for the first time.
Yeah. Talk to him. What happened?
You know what I smelled?
What you smell, brother?
I smelled butt ass. Butt ass.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
What's up?
I mean, the funk hit you like, boom.
Somebody said, hey.
I was like, oh.
I had to laugh real quick. It said, somebody said in the comments, the scent was so strong it made homie's eye crooked. Here we go.
Shit. And every day I come in, that butt ass hits you, bam.
Yeah.
And now you talking to another officer, now all y'all got the butt ass breath. How you doing it? How you doing it? You don't smell that shit.
Yeah, bro, it's
and
like
I
that.
asked one of the old timers, the vets, yo, what's up with that smell? He said, don't worry, new Jack, you'll get used to it.
Yeah, new fish.
It took me about, no bullshit, about 6 months before me to get used to that butt ass, son.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now, ladies, you want to go through that? Like I said, I do this for the younger generation. Shout out to the younger, hey, look, shout out to the younger generation, man. Y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all gotta understand, bro. The kids of America are our precious cargo. Shout out to the younger generation. So we gotta teach them. We gotta teach them. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however way you look at it, there are necessary evils in this world. I'm not saying I'm evil. I'm just using my words as a weapon right now. We got to teach these kids, because if we don't teach these kids, this is what they're going to go through. I guarantee you, if you put this in front of 90% of these kids, they're not going to like this. Now, let me preface that by saying, don't put this in front of kids. So this is an adult show, but this just goes to show you, hey man, teach your kids, because if you don't teach your kids, they're gonna have to go through that experience, and I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, and really it's 10 times out of 10, they don't want to go through that experience. Let's continue.
I used to feel like I'm playing double dutch before I walk into jail.
Yeah.
And then I hold my breath.
Yeah.
And I walk in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I hold my breath.
He said,
oh God.
They got him saying I had to hold my breath. Let's continue. Yeah.
I don't know how I made it do that.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the COs, man. Shout out to the COs. Hey, bro, hey. Different strokes for different folks, right? Here we go.
So bad, man. No, yo.
Yeah.
I was the receiving room is worse. Because receiving room, that's what you script them. Now you go from butt ass to just ass.
He said it like that. Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah. Let them know, bro.
Ass.
Hey, bro.
Straight up. The shit, I tell you.
Mind blowing.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
No,
Yeah.
listen.
Hey, so do you want to go to prison? You want to go to prison? Hey, look, bro. If you want to go, Ninja, be my guest. I'm not going. Look, and that's the women. Ninja, imagine as a man, you got to sit there with other men and share a bunk with other men that are trying to poke you up. We got one more for the scared straight, then we're going to move on from this segment. Hold on. Look, this is what you're going to have to deal with as a man. Hold up. I wish I had more time to cover everything I wanted to cover. I don't, but it's all good. There's always tomorrow. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Damn, I don't got it. Hold on. We got to pull this up. Y'all need to see this, bro. This is something you need to see. Hold on. And y'all hit that like button in the meantime, between time. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there was the Megan video, by the way. Damn, that sucks. Oh, well, we already moved on from that conversation. Let me see if I can find it. Ninjas will poke you up. You got to worry about ninjas poking you up with 12-foot shanks and stuff. Like how they do in the UK. Shout out to the UK. That's how they be moving, bro. You know, in the UK, I heard they fight with swords. Shout out to Ishmael. It's this dude I used to be in my trucking class with. He was from the UK, and he told me, yeah, they use swords. He had a scar on him. And I was like, bruh, I'm like, how you got that? He's like, yeah, you know, I got into a fight. It's a black ninja. Shout out to Nolan Socks. He said, what's up? What's happening, homie? Yeah, so this ninja told me, he's like, yeah, they fight with swords out there. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we use knives and swords. I'm like, damn, we got glizzies out here. I can't even find a video. Can I find a video? Yeah, I can't even find a video for y'all. But if y'all seen this video, this is what I see on my algorithm, and I'm just sharing it with the world because, you know, they use the media. The media is the unregistered fourth branch of government. So they use the media to control our minds. I'm aware of what's going on. So I show you guys what I see and how I'm still able to be me. And that's just a testament to show you, you can do whatever you want to do and be who you need to be. Don't allow the media to mess with your mind, because they will if they can. Now, there are people out here who may think I'm crazy. I'm here to tell you, my ninja, I'm perfectly coherent. I read and write every day. I know what I'm talking about, bro. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I pay attention to what's really going on. Yeah, I can't find it for y'all, bro. It sucks I can't find it, but it was an old video. This ninja talking about how he will fight with his knives, and that ninja had 12-inch daggers in his hand, talking about, I go like this and this and this. And that's what you got to deal with in prison. All right, let's move on from that segment, man. Let's move on. All right, let me see. So a couple things. First things first, I seen the Megan video. I wanted to pull it up. This was the Megan video I wanted to show you guys. Hold on, 2.5 seconds. Let me see. Hold on. We talked about a lot of stuff. Here we go. Hold up, I gotta put the volume up. Here we go.
He is standing up over the window, shooting.
Well, that's as loud as
This
it
nigga in
gets.
the backseat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the backseat of the car starts shooting me.
In the car, shooting from the car.
So that was just two different perspectives. But shout out to Megan. Hey, man, shout out to Megan's people. Hey, I know who you are. I know who you are, and I'm sure about two of you know who I am. Please don't pull up on me, bro. Please don't pull up on me. I'm a square. I want no beef. Let's continue. And y'all answer the poll, man, and hit the like button. So we got Clarissa Shields. Shout out to Clarissa, and shout out to all the chocolate women out here in these streets. Y'all know what it is, baby. Yes, sir. We got Clarissa Shields saying she's the Beyonce of boxing and talks about her relationship with Pap, superstitions and more. Here we go.
I've never said that I'm a fashionista. You need to look to me for fashion advice. And
shout out to the sexy chocolate women. Shout out to the dangerous chocolate women. Hey man, I speak from a perspective, and I say this not to brag. I always say this to establish credibility, because ninjas wonder why I think I'm bold enough to say the stuff I can say. It's because I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot, and in a world where they try and mute you, I say let your voice be heard, right? So I speak from a perspective of dealing with women, and I'm not saying this proudly. I'm not saying this unproudly. I'm saying it happened. It was what it was. I thought it was cool. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? I speak from a perspective of dealing with women that's affiliated. I speak from a perspective of dealing with women who've been in the penitentiary, like the real deal penitentiary. So when y'all hear me say these things, this is why I'm telling you this stuff, because I've seen it with my own too, and you can't unsee it. You know, your brain turns into a prison of all your thoughts and ideas and everything that you've seen in your life. And I have an elephant's memory, or is it a turtle's memory? One of the two. I don't know, whatever the terminology is. So I'm just sharing my piece. Here we go.
you should wear what I wear. I've never in my life said that. I whoop. That's it. Don't let nobody ever trick you out your spot. One,
Facts.
I've already had a stylist. That's the first part. I was already looking at getting me another stylist so I can have two. I'm the Beyonce of boxing. And do you know how many stylists that Beyonce got?
The Beyonce of boxing.
Shout out to the Beyonce of boxing. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's continue.
I like that
I
too.
like that. I've never said that I'm a fashionista.
Who was the first person to move that from that friendship to like something more?
No, it was Pap for sure. It was Pap for sure. So we met July 6th at the court fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Newark, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I met him at. And when we took our first picture.
Shout out to Jersey. I done been out there too.
It started going. I seen the blogs then talking about some that we were potentially I was his girlfriend. I was like, well, I don't even know this dude. Yeah.
And she said, damn. She was like, damn, I want to get to know this ninja. She was like, okay. Shout out to Remy Ma. Hey, Remy. I ain't gonna say too much about Pap. Shout out to Pap. I ain't gonna say too much about Papoose because Remy is a gangster. Remy's been to prison. I'm scared. I'm actually scared. She'll probably send the goons after me. But shout out to Remy.
Well, I had invited him to come to my fight July 27th. He was already a fan. He had he has a video where he had watching Abusive and Marshall.
And for those of you who don't know, we've covered Clarissa Shields. My bad. I keep stopping it. Y'all gotta understand this is my show. This not Clarissa's show, or this not Angela's show. Shout out to Angela. But the reason why I report on Clarissa Shields is because she's happy in a world where they tell black women to dislike black men. Okay, let me riff for a second, right? Let me hit the DJ for a second. In the world, in an American society, but you know we live in the American society. Shout out to America. In an American society where they tell a black woman to dislike a black man, and how the government has convinced the black woman that she's stronger as a single mom than as a family unit with the dad present. You know, this makes me happy because I see two chocolate people of melanin, colored, if you will. Y'all seen my spit come out. I seen it too. It's all good. But yeah, two people of color come together and be happy with each other. Hey man, all you can do is applaud. All I can do is applaud. I speak from a perspective, especially being Black Adam, and I hate to refer to myself in the third person because I am an empath. Not a narcissist, but I have to do it because it's part of the show, and you gotta shamelessly promote yourself. You know, I've dealt with women my color, darker than me, lighter than me, so I'm happy to see two darker complexion people together. That's why I say shout out to Remy too, because it ain't no beef, it ain't no wax. Let's continue.
He was cheering for me and stuff like that. And we just kind of just like started off as like, you know, friends talking and everything like that.
Yeah.
And
look how happy she is.
I don't know. I think I don't know. You know how it be. You just be like testing it out. And I was
Yeah,
like,
she like, yeah, I like him. She like, I like him.
Yeah, that's New York smooth right there, Pat.
Yeah, she like, I like him. So yeah, shout out to them. That's cool. Here we go.
Who was the first person to
hold on.
move that?
He called me or something.
Ooh.
And I was like, is he flirting with me? Is this little flirting with me? I'm like, nah. But I only
Yeah,
said nah because
bro.
it was like, I thought it was just cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Real quick, I'm scared to talk to a woman in public. I'm scared to approach a woman and talk to a woman in public. Like today, I was at Walmart. I was trying to figure out where not the CDs, where the seaweed was, and it was this girl, black girl, and I'm like, you know, I seen her from across the way, so I'm like, damn, how do I say this? I'm like, fuck it, let me just keep it cool. Like y'all see me talk like this, but I used to be an extroverted person. I'm more introverted now because I seen society for what it was and not what I wanted it to be. So I'm very more mindful now, and I'm aware of what's going on around me. So, you know, I seen her and I was like, and she was like, hi, what's up? And I was like, hey, you know, can you point me to the seaweed? I'm saying it like this, but I was smiling, bro, you know, because I feel like you got to kill them with kindness. In my head, I'm thinking to myself, this lady probably thinking, what the F are you smiling at, ninja? Like, why are you smiling at me? That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, you know, I'm smiling because, you know, I'm, you know, you're actually helping me. First off, shout out to them Walmart people. Hey, man, all you ninjas at Walmart that don't want to help nobody, bro, I can't stand y'all ass, bro. What we talking about, bro? What we talking about? Y'all be tripping, bro. Y'all gotta learn to help people. It's customer service. I don't know what happened these last 6-7 years, but customer service is now in the toilet, my ninja. But yeah, she helped me out, so shout out to her if she ever see my page. Here we go.
And then I don't know, like he's very like funny and sarcastic too. So I think I sent the picture of me like with my bob, which makes me look very, very different. And he was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, she
I'm
like
oh, you
him.
just called me a catfish.
Yeah,
like,
she
no,
like him.
You look very, very pretty right here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then
She
I was
like, damn. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to Clarissa. Dangerous. I ain't never been with a boxer, but I've been with some gang banging women, and yeah, they dangerous, bro. But they'll take care of you though. Shout out to the dangerous women. They'll take care of you, bro. They don't play that, bro. They know how to fight. I've been with a couple girls that know how to fight. I'm talking about like, we'll fight like, and I'm like, whoa. Don't ask me how I know. No, I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling. Let's continue, man. We got to get through the show. I got shit to do. I got places to go, people to see. I got things to do, and I got people to meet. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to do before we get to the main event? Last thing, we got Denzel Washington turning up on somebody because they was messing with him. Here we go. Music off. I'm gonna be the filibuster. I'm gonna be the music because I'm not trying to get a copyright. But yeah, I guess they was touching on him and he was like, don't touch me, don't do that. And he was pointing the finger and he was finna turn up on that ninja. And then they touched him. He said, get off me, don't touch me. He said, stop it, don't touch me. I guess they was disrespecting him. Hey man, shout out to Denzel Washington, one of the best, if not the best, movie actor, star, whatever you call it, that we've seen. All right, man, main event time. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Is Diddy guilty? Let's get to the main event. 1 second, let me pull it up. And shout out to Dawn Richards. Don't know who she is, but we're going to find out right now in 4, 3, 2, 2. Yes, sir. All right, man, main event time. So, as far as we know, we've been watching the Diddy case. You guys can go look at my old videos. We've been discussing it. I'm on nobody's side. Let me pull myself back up. Let me just start by saying this. I'm on nobody's side. I've discussed this already. I've been around pimps, so I know what really happened. I'm not saying I know like I was a fly on the wall, right? Let me hit the buzzer. What I'm saying is what was happening or what was transpiring was a form of guerrilla pimping, if you will. You guys can go look that up. I'm not going to explain it, especially because I'm on YouTube and people can see. Not YouTube, Facebook. I don't want people to report me like I'm the one saying it. Like this isn't like you can go find this on the internet. You can go look it up on the internet. But basically that's what was happening. He was guerrilla pimping. And if you know about the pimp culture and all that, and I'm not glorifying it because it's actually a low life kind of way to live. And I've been around a lot of pimps that told me, and the game is sold and not told, and that's why I'm not speaking too much about it. But that's what was transpiring. So now we have Dawn Richards. I don't know who she is, but she testified that Usher and others were present when Diddy allegedly punched Cassie in the stomach. And y'all tell us what y'all think in the comments. yeah, crazy situation, people. Let's see. How do we deep dive? First, we're going to go to TikTok. Let me see. TikTok. Let's pull up TikTok. And we're going to find out who Dawn Richards is, because I have no idea who she is. And if y'all know, put it in the chat. Who is Dawn Richards? Let me see. Dawn Richards. All right, well, shout out to the Breakfast Club. We'll start here.
Back in court.
Well, actually, wait. Based off of this, Dawn Richards was a former member of Danity Kane. Danity Kane sounds so familiar. That's probably for the older generation. I don't remember, but here we go.
Back in court this week, the second big testimony that the teams are looking forward to going against is Dawn Richard. Now, Dawn Richard.
Richard? Am I reading something wrong here? Is it not Richard? I'm confused. Shout out to the Haitian people. Y'all know what it is, bro. Is it not Richard, or are we saying it funny? Are we saying it funny? I don't know. I've been out in Texas for a while. Here we go.
Started to testify.
Dawn Richard.
Previously Dawn Richards.
Previously Dawn Richards. There's an argument.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Run that back. Excuse me.
Back in court this week, the second big testimony that the teams are looking forward to going against is Dawn Richard. Now, Dawn Richard started to testify.
Previously Dawn Richards.
Dawn Richards. There's an argument about how you say the last name. Richards, Richard, Dawn formerly of Danity Kane, and she came on the stand after Cassie finished her testimony.
We gonna call her Dawn Richard because her name is flipping Dawn Richard. If you read it, it says Dawn Richard. Okay, that's it. Let's continue.
And literally was there for maybe 20 minutes, and Diddy's team immediately started objecting to her testimony. Now, the reason why they are objecting is because they're trying to say he literally said in court, Diddy's attorney, that everything Dawn is saying is a lie, and it makes no sense that they allow people who have these random stories of what allegedly happened physical violence wise to get on the stand, because this isn't a domestic violence case. Now, the judge or the government is like, well.
And now let's stop here, right? So, we're doing a deep dive here. Yeah, that's the whole thing where the government's messing up. But for the people who don't understand what's going on, they're trying to tie it in to the racketeering and the the RICO, right? The racketeering and whatever conspiracy, whatever it stands for, they're trying to tie it in. So it's not really like, even Cassie, and I've said this before, I'm gonna keep saying this, they're not trying to see if Cassie, well, they're not saying, the government's not saying that Cassie is a victim, right? The best way to describe it was, and I've said this before, I'll say this again, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, they're trying to figure out, was Cassie Ghislaine? So was she a victim or was she an accomplice? And even then, Ninja's like, and even me at one point, I was thinking about it. Like I said, I think a lot. So I was like, damn, why she went and testify? I would have took my money and stayed quiet. But what it came down to is she was federally subpoenaed. So if she didn't testify, she'd probably be sitting in prison, not with Diddy, but I'm saying on the female side of prison right now, Ninja. And that's really what it is. So that's the whole thing. On top of that, right? On top of that, the reason why they had her testify first, and it should have been last, but they knew she wouldn't have showed up if she dropped the baby. They wouldn't have been able to coerce her to show up. But they made her testify first because she's pregnant. She's gonna have a baby soon. But she should have been last, and that's another part personally where I think the government messed up. But I mean, if they want to put you away, it don't matter what's said. They're gonna put you away. They could pay people, and when I say they, I'm referring to the powers that be, right? So at the end of the day, if they want you gone, they're going to have you gone. In this case, I don't necessarily know. I know the domestic violence aspect of it. I understand the domestic violence. I'm just like, okay, but is that a federally domestic charge? Because I've never heard of that before. And shout out to the lawyers. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a lawyer. I chose not to go that route. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, as far as I know, a domestic violence charge should be handled at a state level. I understand they were flying everywhere and all this stuff, but I don't know if you can get a federal domestic charge. I don't know. I might go look it up and then I'll bring you guys back that information. But yeah, so that's the issue. So the whole RICO is the fact that they were flying around, engaging in these parties in multiple areas, and then flying escorts in and all that. That's how it turned to the RICO, because they were paying the escorts. Because when you think about it, who's making money? Because Diddy wasn't making money. Diddy was losing money, but the escorts were making money. My whole thing is, if the escorts were being paid for a service that they provide, is it really a RICO? Because at the end of the day, they were being paid. And I mean, I guess the trafficking, and I'm saying the trafficking aspect of it, were they being trafficked if they were being paid? Were they being trafficked as men? And that's the whole thing where I don't really know, because they wanted the money to engage in those types of fantasies or whatever the case may have you. And then even then with Cassie, another thing that came out too was the fact that the hotel paid her $10 million for the footage of what went down. On top of that, Diddy paid her $20 million. And another thing too was the fact that she was supposed to go on tour. And this is just information that's coming out in the case. You guys can go look it up yourselves. And she was supposed to go on tour. When she got that money from Diddy, she canceled her tour. So was it a money grab? And that's what they're asking. I'm not saying that's what I'm asking, but that's what they're asking. And I mean, they, like the people who are sitting in the jury and all this kind of stuff. Here we go.
Honestly, if we're talking about violence, it adds to count one. It adds to us being able to talk about the coercion and Diddy being able to basically allegedly like scare people into allowing him to do what he wanted to do. So
because they said one thing Dawn said is after she saw Diddy beat Cassie the next day,
he came in the room
and threatened her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dawn is testifying that exactly what she talked about in her civil suit. In addition to some other things that they were in a house in LA in 2009. Diddy beat Cassie because Cassie wasn't finished allegedly making his food on time, and the next day he came in the room to talk to her.
Yeah. And gentlemen, let me stop right here. Gentlemen, y'all wonder why they gave women empowerment, because this is how ninjas used to act back in the days. So what we're seeing right now, right? Like, we came up, shout out to everybody that came up in my generation. Believe it or not, I'm actually Generation Z, which is shocking to me. But when I was in school, I skipped a couple grades. So I was around whatever generation is before Generation Z. I know my generation. So before that generation, right? The world was different, but I'm saying like my generation and moving forward, and I mean the generation before Generation Z moving forward, we came up knowing that women were equal to us. If you put a hands on a girl, you're going to jail, all this stuff. In their generation, back in the pimp culture, Diddy from like the 90s, like Biggie, Tupac and all that, Suge Knight, that was normalized. Like, that was normalized that they would be doing that. So what we're seeing now is things that happened in the past. They're getting tried for these things now. Like, I'm talking about like all the stuff. I'm saying like the drugs, the roofies and all that kind of ish. That's what they putting in now. I mean, that's what they was doing before. That's why they're getting tried for it now, because society has changed and the world keeps changing. And what they did before wasn't a crime per se, or it was, but it was, they turned a blind eye. Now they're catching these ninjas for these crimes. And my advice to you, gentlemen, is don't do it, bro. Don't do it. You better live that fantasy in your head, my ninja. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I guarantee you it's not worth it. Them ninjas engaged in 4-day fornication parties. Ninja.
Allegedly said he told them, don't say, when people say stuff about things like this about me, they end up missing. That is what Dawn is alleging. So the government is like, this is definitely relevant because it'll show that, number one, he was conscious of guilt. Conscious of what we're trying to prove is that he knows what he's doing, but he allegedly like makes people feel scared so that they. And
also another thing too, I think they're gonna turn around and probably use the defense of he used so much drugs that it messed up his brain, right? And the easiest way, they're gonna try and give up brain scans, because if they can show that the drugs messed with his brain and messed up with his reasoning, oh, that ninja's walking, boy. Here we go.
We'll just continue to let him do what he wants to do. So today, Monday, people were wondering if Dawn is going to get back on the stand. The judge said when he dismissed Dawn, you can enjoy your weekend, but we will see you on Monday. And today they will have a conversation about what the scope of her testimony can be, how much she can go into and how it relates to the actual charges. But the judge, I'm going to tell you, he was upset. He was pissed off at Diddy's attorney because he was like, you've known that she was one of the witnesses all this time, and you knew what the scope of her testimony was going to be.
Right.
Yeah, why you didn't say something before? And Diddy's attorney was like, well, we can't say that we knew what she was going on the stand and get on the stand to say. So there was a back and forth about that.
The questions, though, it should be the questions. The prosecutor's answering the questions. She just can't get on the stand and just say whatever. She has to answer the questions coming from the prosecutor.
And then that's the issue. So it's not that she can't do it. She can do it. Like, basically, they get all the information of what's going to happen, what's going to be said, the main thing, so that way they can have a fair, quote unquote, fair trial. But they can turn around and just bring something new up. And then after that, they're going to be like, oh, what do they call it? Lawyers approach. And after that, the attorneys are going to approach and they're going to discuss what just came out and determine whether or not it's actual evidence that can be used based off of the information that was given. So they're giving the information before time. I don't want to call it a deposition because I'm just a streamer. I'm not a lawyer or an attorney. But yeah, I think that's what's going on. Here we go.
Yeah, but it's directed. Like, you ask certain questions because you want to get certain things from her. So Diddy's team is basically saying y'all are unfairly adding additional conversation about the violence and not about what we're actually here for. But they're saying the violence equals to what we're here for.
I understand that, but also she filed a civil suit, so they do know what she's going to probably say on the stand.
Now, and on the terms of the civil suit, the same day that she got on the stand, Diddy's team filed to have that civil suit thrown out. They filed the documents on Friday, and they pointed out a series of reasons that Dawn's lawsuit shouldn't go any further. They talk about statute of limitations, improper group pleas, and on and on. It's like really legalese, but basically, because of what I heard Diddy's attorney say in court, they just feel like everything she's saying is a lie, and that she's allegedly jumping on a bandwagon of like, everybody's piling on Diddy, so let me hop on the whole money conversation, like all that stuff. So
I always said Dawn.
Yeah, and one thing I want y'all to remember too, what happened to all the men that accused Diddy as well? Did y'all forget? I ain't forget. What happened to all the men? There was a bunch of men that accused him. I don't know if these men are going to come out later on, because remember, this trial's supposed to go on 8 to 10 weeks. This is week 2, I think. But yeah, that's one thing. There's something to be said about that as well. Was it just a bandwagon, or did these things actually happen? We know that he was engaging in certain things with men, or something was happening. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, let's continue.
And his ex-manager James Cruz would be the biggest people in that court, right? Because Cassie has a relationship with him, right? Cassie was allegedly part of a lot of the stuff that he was doing, but these two individuals weren't. So they are seeing from an eye's perspective, because they weren't part of the, freak offs.
Yeah,
that we know of.
But don't
an eye's perspective as opposed to what, a nose?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in court.
Shout out to Charlamagne. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Dawn Richard was back on the stand today. Richard was a member of Danity, Kane, and Diddy-Dirty Money. On Friday, she told the jury she witnessed Combs hitting Cassie Ventura at his LA home, reminding them today that Combs allegedly told her that Cassie was okay and that if we said anything, that we could go missing.
Ninja,
she told jurors
I'm going to the police immediately. What are we talking about? Nah, in all seriousness, I mean, I don't know what I do. Now that I'm older, I don't know what I do, because people always tell you mind your business. I say if you see something, say something, but all I know is you can't jump in the way. Don't jump in the way. Don't jump in the way, because I've heard stories of like dudes trying to protect women who are getting beat on by their dude, and then a woman turn around and beat the dude up with the ninja that the other dude was trying to protect her from. So I don't know. I don't know these days, bro. I don't know. My advice is stay away from all kind of activities like that, period, and you'll be good. And me personally, if I see something going on, I'm gonna say, hey, bro, like if I was Dawn, Richards, Richard, whatever Diddy said to me, I would say, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, don't do that in front of me, bro. Just don't do that in front of me. Don't do it in front of me. If it happens again, no holds barred, my ninja. No holds barred. Here we go.
would frequently witness abuse of Ventura. He would punch her, choke her. I saw him kick her, she testified. She also testified.
Yeah, and also another thing too, me personally, I think Diddy's going down alone for them domestic charges, bro. Based off of all that domestic charges, Diddy's going down alone. And the last thing we're going to show you before we get out of here after this video is the pictures of Cassie, and they will be explicit, people. So prepare yourselves. Not as bad as I thought it would be, but I mean, I'm saying that loosely. You'll see what I mean, because based off of what they said, I'm thinking that she would be black and blue, but she did have some serious bruises. Here we go.
Testified some members of Combs' staff were present during these incidents. At one restaurant, she alleges Combs punched Ventura in the stomach and that a few celebrities were there, including Usher. Richard described.
She tried to throw my ninja Ush under the bus. They tried to throw Ush under the bus, and Ush said, I want no parts. And it's crazy because everybody know that Usher, I guess he was raised by Diddy, or he was, I don't know, they was in the same house or something. I don't know, bro. All I know is it's wild. But I mean, we're just witnessing the fall of the music industry and the creation of something new, because the industry, that's what the industry was built on back in the day. And now they're breaking it down, and the new industry is a bit different because, you know, we got cameras everywhere so people can practically see everything. Let's continue.
Described seeing Combs with a handgun on his person in the studio and at clubs.
Man, everybody
She
got
also
guns.
said after she no longer worked for him, he would call, or other employees of his would repeatedly call if she didn't answer.
Gang stalking, my ninja. That's some gang stalking, bruh. Gang stalking. Yeah, I would have been told the police. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. You're not going to gang stalk me. I'm going to let the police know, and I'm going to say, don't say anything. I'm in fear for my life. If you say something, say it was a blue bird. Don't say it was me. I don't care, bruh. Here we go.
On cross-examination, the defense asked Richard about filing a civil lawsuit against Combs after she saw Ventura filed a civil suit. The defense also pointed out Richard sat down 8 times with prosecutors, and the defense claims details of her allegations changed over time, that she didn't tell prosecutors about the alleged threat about people going missing, like Richard told the jury. Richard said it was the truth. The defense questioned why she wouldn't have recalled what she perceived to be a death threat during all those meetings. Richard told jurors as time progressed, she remembered more, that all of this happened.
But what the hell, boy?
And that's the whole thing. Y'all can't be shaky with y'all testimony up in here because these are serious allegations and charges. So you can't say you remembered more. And that's why they called the statute of limitations in too, because now it's sounding like hearsay. That's what they're going to say. It sounds like hearsay. Let's continue.
A long time ago. The defense said as time progresses, your story changes. Yes, she testified.
Oh,
The defense
you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Here we go.
also said Richard had called Combs to try and work with him again as recently as 2021.
Woo! Woo! So you know, and this is what they're trying to insinuate. They're not going to say it because they'll hit you with that. Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
But what the hell, boy?
But what it's coming down to is, so you knew all this about Mr. Diddley. We call him Diddley on here because I don't want to be held liable. I ain't talking like I got it. I ain't got it. But you knew Diddley was like this. He was the diddler. And you knew the diddler was a bit crazy. He was like a mix of Joker and the Riddler. The diddler. Take out the J and put a D, right? Diddler. So you knew he was the diddler. And instead, now you're testifying, but you tried to work for him in 2021. That's only 4 years ago. And he probably didn't want you to work for him, or he might have said no. And now because of that, they're going to insinuate that it seems like you're salty because he didn't want you to work for him. Here we go.
They asked when he dismantled both groups you were in, you would agree he ruined your career not once, but twice? Yes, she said.
Ooh, I would have said no. I would have said no. I would have said no. I would have said business is business. It's strictly financial, ninja. Shout out to the Migos. That's what they said. But by saying that, it's kind of, it's kind of iffy. It's a little bit shaky, that testimony. Here we go.
Tora's former best friend is the second witness to take the stand today. She says Sean Combs threw a wooden hanger at her head and gave her a concussion.
This is
She
the
says
white
about
girl.
a month after that incident, Ventura sat her down at a pizza place, asked her to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and said Sean Combs was paying her $30,000.
Now the question is, did she take the bread? Did she take the bread? Did she take the bread? All right, so let's see. Who's the second lady? What's the second lady? Damn, I don't know the lady's name. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let's go to Instagram, and then we'll show y'all those pictures, and we're going to get up on out of here. And y'all hit the like button, bro. I appreciate all of y'all watching the show. And all right, let me see. Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Yeah, so that Megan thing was actually true. She came out and said that. Yeah, that was true. But let me see. Richard Congresswoman, Clarissa Shields. Okay, so Cassie's former best friend. All right, Carrie Morgan. So Carrie Morgan, let's see. Let's go back to TikTok. Tell us what you think, people. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Let me see. Carrie Morgan testimony. Here we go.
It was terrifying. He was dragging her by her hair. The last night that I spoke to Combs was the night that he physically me. And the last day I spoke to Cassie was when I signed the NDA. That's what Carrie Morgan, a woman that Cassie once called her best friend, just told the courtroom. It's Monday, May 19th, and Carrie Morgan has began her testimony in the Diddy trial. I'm an attorney and I read what happened, so you don't have to. Carrie made it clear that she's only testifying because she was subpoenaed. I do not want to testify. I've moved on with my life, she stated. Carrie...
All right, so look, this is what I'm telling y'all. So look, when they subpoena you, Ninja, that means you got to show up as a citizen of the United States. What up, U.S. of A? Yeah, bro. You have to show up, bro. It's like, what do they call it? Court duty? Jury duty. It's like jury duty. Bro, you got to show up, bro. You have to.
Carrie and Cassie met as teens in a modeling shoot and were best friends for nearly 17 years until Combs allegedly attacked Carrie. Before that, Carrie said that she spent years around the couple. Carrie described Combs as someone who was generous at times, but also aggressive and controlling. He would call me up to 50 times in a row looking for Cassie, she testified.
Yeah, that's insane.
And she witnessed him physically, Cassie, twice. Once in Jamaica and once in Los Angeles. In Jamaica, she testified that Cassie went to the bathroom and Sean said that she was taking too long. And then she heard Cassie screaming. Carrie ran down the hallway to find Combs dragging Cassie by her hair. She testified.
Ninja. You ninjas are sick, bro. You ninjas need to chill, bro. That's why I say men are the new women. Shout out to the new women of today's society. Bruh. Bruh, y'all ninjas need to stop getting y'all panties in the water, bro. It's not that deep. We're all gonna die anyways. Life is short. Chill, bruh. Chill. Here we go.
That Combs then threw Cassie to the ground and her head hit the brick. They escaped in a golf cart and hid in a ditch while Combs went searching for them. The second time was in the Hollywood Hills, when Carrie...
Bro, like I said, we see all victims. I'm just so shocked as to why all these people knew what it was and didn't come together like with a class action lawsuit and report this ninja. That's like 20 different people we done heard of already, knowing this is going down, thinking that if they had 20 people's witness testimony and go into protective custody, yeah, this would have been done a long time ago. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, man. Here we go.
We saw Combs hit and kick Cassie. When she begged his security to intervene, the security refused.
Hell no.
Then came the March 2016 hotel incident, where she testified that Combs showed up to Cassie's apartment banging with a hammer.
Hell no. Hell no. Hey, bro, and like I said, I'm finding this out in real time. Ninja, a hammer? Ninja? A hammer? A hammer. Ninja. Yeah, y'all ninjas out here crazy, bro. Hey, shout out to Diddy. Diddy, if you beat this case, bro. Hey, bro. I was just trolling, bro. Please don't come for me with the people, bro, because I'm going to defend myself. I ain't. Well, let me not say what I was going to say. But yeah, bro. You better chill out, my guy. Let's continue.
He came in and her. But perhaps the most shocking moment, Carrie testified that Combs attacked her too. They were at Cassie's apartment.
Nah, bro. The most shocking was the hammer, bro. The hammer? Ninja, you know what a hammer could do to somebody if you hit them with it, bro? And I'm not saying I've done that. I'm saying a hammer? That's a bit extreme.
When she says that Combs came in, choked her, and hit her over the head with a hanger. She showed up to urgent care with a concussion. And though she hired a lawyer, she didn't end up suing. She was paid $30,000 and signed an NDA.
So she took the money, Ninja. I would have took 100. Y'all ninjas tripping. I would have took bro. I would have took 100. But hey, shout out to her for taking the money, bro. Yeah, that's wild, bro. So when y'all asked me whose side am I on, and shout out to everybody that answered the poll, they said there's more to the story. Not guilty as charged, but when y'all ask whose side I'm on, every time y'all ask me on my show whose side I'm on, Ninja, I'm on Black Adam's side. I'm on the Blac Pill podcast side. I'm on the core side. Shout out to the core. I'm not on none of these ninja sides, bro. Because there's more to the story, man. There's more to the story. All right, last thing before we get up on out of here, and y'all hit that like button for me on all platforms. What up, Rumble? What up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? What up, Facebook? Last thing, then I got to get up on out of here. We got Cassie's pictures. Now, this is going to be explicit, people. Disturbing images of Cassie's injuries unveiled in Diddy's trafficking trial. Let me make this bigger. Yeah, bro, I don't know. When Ninja's saying this is what she wanted, I don't know no more, bro. I don't know. Here we go. Boom. All right, so this is a busted lip. It's not too bad, but first off, it's still bad. Don't put your hands on women, people. It's okay. It's not that serious. Just leave them alone. They don't want to listen, bro. Just leave her, bro. You can find another Cassie. You maybe not find the same personality, but you can find another Cassie or Lisa or Teresa or Keisha, whoever, my ninja. It's not that deep. Here we go. This one was a little bit extreme. Ninjas be tripping, bro. Y'all ninjas be tripping. That's why I work out, in case I gotta put one of y'all ninjas down. Like I said, I'm putting you down. If I'm on your ass, I'm on your ass. Yeah, so he messed up her eye. Let's see what else. I guess her back, scars on her back. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. That's it for today's evening show. Sad situation. Sad situation. And I'll say to the women, because women know how to protect themselves in terms of, like, you know, kind of like maneuvering. Ladies, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Don't put yourself in these positions. Gentlemen, you as well. At the end of the day, I know money runs the world, but always remember, they said money is the root of all evil. That's not the full saying, but I'm saying we all got to get money to survive, but stand on principles and stand on your morals, man. That's it for today's show. If you tuned in, you are the resistance and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We're going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. Deuces. Yes, sir.